we're gonna do a quick unboxing of these two boxes. They're parts I ordered to hopefully fix the boost leak. Hopefully. So, I'm gonna open up the first one. We're gonna show you what it is. So let's see. They actually pack it up pretty well. And the receipt. Yes, first package part on the list is the new diverter valve. New diverter valve. Made in Germany. So it's the real deal. Real thing. So this is going to replace that metal diverter valve that we had JB welded around the edge where it opened up, and from the lip that also opened up. So it's a clean brand new diverter valve. Let's see if I can give you guys part number. They got many things called for it. Diverter valve, blow off valve. You might even see it under cut off valve. So there is the part number, cut off valve. And I believe I got this part from Auto Part Warehouse, if I am not mistaken. I believe it is from Auto Part Warehouse. I will leave a link to the description of the website and the part. So if you guys ever need it or want to find any other parts for your vehicle, they have good selections on their various makes and models. So here's the second box. But before I continue opening, do you guys remember the last video where I was doing that air test, that air leak test? I also did hear it coming from another spot very faintly, and the spot where I was hearing it from, which I thought it were boost solenoids. The only one boost solenoid is the one that's directly above the intake, right next to the diverter valve. This one is a solenoid, but not a boost solenoid. It is a vacuum solenoid for this 911-430-53047. I mean, it was about $75 for this part on Amazon. So I will leave the link for that. Is part number, solenoid, Dorman solenoid. Actually, this is actually a pretty good brand. Well, let's go see if this is the one that's laying in this direction, directly above the spark plugs, right above the block. And this one has a hose that goes to the intake manifold, and I believe this one was the one that goes to the diverter valve, and this one actually leads to somewhere else, or vice versa. So if this is leaking, this is not sending the correct vacuum pressure to the diverter valve, which is then causing incorrect boost or leakage. So I actually did, when I put in the old diverter valve, gave me some boost back, but still hearing leakage. And I checked it with the vacuum, and the old diverter valve was not leaking. So there was a leak coming up from somewhere else. So now we're going to take these two parts. We're going to go right out to the buggy and we're going to get these installed. So let's go do that now. So here is the old solenoid. So here's the old boost solenoid. Has a line that runs into this diverter. Whatever it's called. This goes into the intake manifold. So the intake manifold through here. Goes into here. Then diverts it. Let's see exactly where. One going into the box, and then the other one going into another solenoid. Hoping they're both not out. But this is actually a different solenoid. Yeah, this is actually a two-way. It's actually a three-way solenoid, but it has a seal in the back. So I didn't notice that before. I'm actually gonna check that out, make sure that's actually sealed. So the other line goes from right here split into the diverter valve and split into the boost gauge. I actually swapped out the diverter valve from the back with that other circular one that's back there. Notice that the holes were actually different sizes, and as actually this one is meant for this intake, meant for the diverter valve. So I just made another hose longer just to fit that other one back in there. But so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna change out the old diverter valve with the new one. I'm gonna change out the blue solenoid with the new one, and we're gonna go take it out for a drive and see if that fixes everything. Is it all the way? Why? Why? I don't think it should be like that. This actually could be normal for the car for all I know. That cylinder could have been damaged a long time ago. But we're gonna take it out for a drive. One pounds of boost. Why is it giving me? I'm gonna switch back to the old diverter valve. I think maybe the new one they sent me is faulty. It's got to be that. It has to be that. I'm gonna pull over, and I'm gonna just I'm just gonna swap out the new diverter valve back to the original old one. Ridiculous, man. I'm gonna pull over. Let's change it back. I'm gonna change it back. I just swapped it out back for the old one. Still doing it. Could be the solenoid. Yep, really bad hissing sound. Let me swap back to the old solenoid, see what happens. So yeah, it wasn't working right, even with the new diverter valve and the new vacuum solenoid. So I put in back the old one, and the new one still was giving me the same issue. So I just couldn't stand it. So I actually had taken off this whole piece off. And I was trying to get back here because I wanted to check out the wastegate. But at first I wanted to check out this hose. So I removed this. I removed the cutoff valve, and then I loosened up this pipe, and I removed the hose, but there was no crack in it or anything. So I attempted to, I don't know if you can see, remove the wastegate right there, and in process of removing it, it snapped off. But at least it snapped off in a way that we're connected to the flap that goes to the exhaust. I'm able to take it out. So I just ordered a new part, a new wastegate. So I'm waiting for that to come in. Now car is stranded. It's not running, but I'm hoping that was actually the final thought. I've seen some other YouTube videos where people were saying that their wastegate wasn't giving them enough power, it was only giving them 5 pounds boost, which was just about what I was getting. So I think the diaphragm for the wastegate was damaged. It could also have a crack in it that I couldn't see. So stay tuned for the next video. As soon as I get that wastegate in, I also ordered the turbo solenoid. So as soon as I get that, you know, I got the turbo, I'm gonna have the turbo solenoid brand new. I'm gonna have the vacuum solenoid brand new. I'm gonna have the cutoff valve brand new. And I'm also gonna have the wastegate. So stay tuned for the next video. Hopefully we'll get this car back running the way it should be.